Let me move quickly to the next topic while I have Charlie here. Look at this from Elon Musk. The Twitter files on free speech suppression, soon to be published on Twitter itself. The public deserves to know what really happened. All right, Charlie, what do you think we're going to see here?
The truth will set you free. I can't wait to see it. I think I'm going to be in some of those files. I've been fighting on Twitter for years and have been banned multiple times. And look, Elon is not a Christian or a believer to the best of my understanding. But I have to say this, what he is doing is a very moral thing to liberate freedom of speech, to allow lies to be called out, to allow the truth to spread, to crack down on pedophilia that the previous management of Twitter just turned a blind eye to. And so I'm very excited about what Elon Musk is doing. This is a very good thing for the country, for the civilization, for the kingdom. I hope he keeps it up. And I also hope Elon is ready for those darts from the enemy. They're going to come after him. This is the whole ballgame. This is the biggest game in town. And God can use anybody, as I learned from Lance. Look at Cyrus. And in some ways, you look at Elon, a non-Christian who is allowing us to speak freely. It's very exciting, and it's a great blessing.
I'm sorry. All I can think of is God can use anyone. Look at Lance. And I thought that was the end of the statement.
Yes. Yeah, there you go. Thanks, Gene, for turning a great moment.
It was a great comment, but I couldn't stop smiling. So, okay. Sorry. I apologize. All right, let me show you this. It was very good, Charlie. Thank you for that in-depth and to-the-point comment. Look at this tweet. The massive immune response we're seeing from left-wing media, big tech, to Elon Musk's commitment to free speech on Twitter should frighten you. It has revealed their rabid obsession for complete narrative control. This is a battle they cannot be allowed to win. This is a battle for the future of civilization. Boy, it escalates pretty quickly. If free speech is lost, even in America, tyranny is all that lies ahead. Now, Lance, when you see this, I mean, it seems a bit dramatic, but really, this is now, there's the whole debate. Twitter is a private company. They have the right to shut people down, do what they want to do. Our right is to get off their platform. But free speech is crucial. We're seeing that all across the globe right now, Lance. I mean, we're going to talk about China in a little bit. This is where the world is at when it comes to free speech.
You look at China, you look at Brazil, you look at the left in the United States, and what do you see? People out on the streets. This is actually a very interesting moment historically. The populist movement is fed up with elites telling them what they can do and what they cannot do. And you're seeing the unfettered appetite for freedom globally pushing back. This could lead to a very powerful moment globally. But more specifically, the White House today said that they're watching very closely what Elon Musk is doing. Now catch this. They're worried about hate speech and misinformation. This is the regime that suppressed the Hunter Biden laptop and wouldn't let anyone in the news talk about it. These are the ones that vilified ivermectin and every other remedy for COVID, calling it like a horse medication. They're the ones that will prosecute you if you say a man can't get pregnant, but they freely mock and threaten anyone who goes by the name of Christian nationalist. So what you're seeing now is you're looking at a government that is afraid of what happens when the people can exchange their ideas. And if Apple wants to take Twitter off its platform, I believe it will trigger a congressional initiative against them to begin to dismantle the big tech monopolies.
Well, and I'm all for that. All for that. Let me show you this. That leads right into the next topic. I want to get Charlie to. There's a lady, Annabelle Rockwell. She went to Mount Holyoke College. Parents sent her there. This goes to Charlie, your book about the college scam. She was brainwashed into believing the world was toxic patriarchy while at Mount Holyoke, a woman's only college in Massachusetts. Now, you see this, her mother spends $300 a day to get her deprogrammed. She's now working with PragerU. This is a really great example of what's really happened here, Charlie, with our colleges. And this is the section of the voting public that showed out in force on November 8th. Thoughts?
Yeah, so a couple thoughts on that. You're right. It's a very liberal demographic, and I talk about that a lot in our book. However, they're not as liberal as they were 5 years ago, which is great. So they're actually 13 points less liberal, which is the buried lead. Still liberal, more liberal than they are conservative, but they're much more in the middle and much more conservative in some sense than people would imagine. For example, DeSantis did very, very well with younger voters in Florida in a way that people never would have thought. But you're right, they are overwhelmingly liberal. And I talk about this in the book, The College Scam, that people can check out at collegescam.com. And I talk about how if you send your kid to college, you're going to play Russian roulette with their values. And I think I'm so glad this story went viral because it confirms everything I've been trying to warn about, which is when you send your kid off to college, you may never see them again. And so here's this mother who is very wealthy, sends her daughter off to college, and then she has to spend money to deprogram her daughter. I know a lot of families that wish that they could do that, and they never should have sent their kid to college in the first place. College is great for some people, but for most people, it's a complete and total waste of time. In fact, they shouldn't go at all, and they come back with a degree in ingratitude, as Dennis Prager would say. And I'm glad she's working for PragerU now, which is a terrific organization and really a great partner organization with the work we're doing at Turning Point USA.